Welcome to our Neo Society. My name is Toyin. I am a creative and all-around Renaissance woman.
Okay.
And I've been a part of Neo for a really long
6
time. Yeah. I now am a project manager at Neo. So.
Project director.
Hey y'all, I'm Pheonix Nole, singer, songwriter, songstress, choreographer, dancer. And I've been a part of Neo for about 5-6 years now as well. And I am Neo Society's program director.
And my name is DeAndre Brown. I'm an artist based out of New York, Westchester, Yonkers, New York. That's where we're at right now in Yoho Studios, yes. Yonkers Arts. Thank them for being in our space, and thank them for allowing us to be in their space. And thank you for Curvin for producing, editing, and working on this project because. Yeah, I wish y'all could see the setup behind here. It looks amazing.
So amazing.
So we've been doing, I actually came up with the idea for Neo when I went to an event in Queens by an artist. His name was Noe. So he actually hosted an event where he was giving away clothes that he made. And seeing all the artists in the community that they had, it inspired me to want to have that in my own community. So that's where Neo started. We started doing workshops. We started doing events, open mics, performances, anything we could think of, anything that we needed for ourselves, we wanted to give to the community. So that's where we're at now. We're continuing on that legacy. We want to speak more about that journey, what it looks like, what goes on behind the scenes, working with a nonprofit, and everything that comes with it. So here we are now.
Yes.
How are you guys feeling?
Here to say our story. I feel good. I've been really excited for today. I've been looking forward to an outlet outside of what we do, where we talk about how we do what we do, because it took a while for us to get the hang of things, and I'm really excited that we're here and we're telling our story, and it's gonna be so much fun.
It took just, not a long time, but just the trials and tribulations just to get here and just to have a voice for everybody and just ourselves as well, as artists, as curators, as creators, as young people, you feel me? And we all just come from different parts and just here to collaborate together.
That's true. It takes a lot to come together as people that come from different places, have different things going on, whether it's work, school, anything like that. It takes a lot. So I'm very blessed to have everyone here today, and glad that we got the time to actually meet up.
Yes.
So what's on your guys' mind today? How are you guys feeling about life in general right now? How is it treating you?
Life is life, and I'm not gonna lie. Life has just put us in so many different just endeavors in general, just COVID and all these pandemics that we have had, and inflation, and just everything economically has just, I feel like it fractured us a little bit, made us a little bit fragile as people in society.
I definitely feel that.
Yeah.
I feel like a full circle moment today has been.
Really?
Yeah, not gonna lie. Not
so?
gonna lie, because it felt like I was attending Neo all over again from the start. Like the jitters that I had going to the library, and we're trying to set up for fashion shows or like a workshop. I feel like it's like first day all over again. Minus the fact that I know you guys, but yeah.
But we at work this time.
Yeah, minus the fact that I know you guys, but it feels like it's day one over again, and it's so beautiful.
I like that.
That's what I feel like that makes it fun too. Now that we know each other, when we first started Neo, it wasn't really friends coming together. Like there were a few friends, but most of it was just community that came together. And I met Toyin it was either our first or our second meeting that we had, and Toyin was very much in the corner, very much just wanted to do her art. She just wanted to do her art. Didn't want to talk to nobody, and I was just like, hey,
very true.
What are you doing here? Like we started this program for people like us. Like I want to get to know everybody who's here. Right. Same thing with Pheonix. Like Pheonix as soon as Pheonix came, like Phoenix's energy was already like, I'm a star. Like I'm the golden child. Like, don't even, there's no question about it. Pheonix joined when she was maybe like 14, 15, you know, and we started Neo when we were 18 years old. So it's a long lineage, but we're very blessed to be here, honestly. And it's been a crazy 6 years, but we want to continue to make an impact in the community and continue to grow and change and do things that are very necessary for our community.
Word.
So.
And this is us coming back to you guys. This is us rebranding just to get everybody involved and just to get all the community, just all the artists and all the creators and painters, just everybody that's ready to paint a picture with us.
No, facts. Word too. It's exciting, honestly. I feel like you said, COVID did kind of fracture us in a way, and I felt like it kind of made us feel, well, at least myself, I'll speak from my own experiences. COVID definitely made me feel less social. Like, it definitely put me in a position where I was a little more isolating, where I needed to where I kind of thought I needed to just handle my own business, you know, but in reality, life really isn't like that. Life is very much about the bigger picture, about what generations that come after, the people that are around you, the community that you built, and the memories that you get to build and create. So I'm excited to be back doing this very much publicly and doing a lot of different things, not just behind the scenes things that you guys don't get to see as much. So
yes.
Very exciting.
And this is like, I feel like it's a fragment of ourselves behind the scenes as well. Like, everybody just gets to see like the finished product of us throwing an event together, or like, you know, having an idea about a photo shoot or a fashion show. This is like, you know, the little snoop, the behind the scenes of everything and how everything happens.
It's true.
Right.
And honestly, I think something that would be great to even give you guys right now is kind of the blueprint on how we bring those events to life. Like, so we essentially have an idea, and everything else is either funded out of our own pockets, whatever change we got in our pockets, or we're asking local businesses, nonprofits to help us out. So if you ever want to create an event, honestly, I would just start speaking the idea, and people will hear you. That's essentially how we started Neo. Starting Neo, we were walking around.
Didn't want to go home.
Walking around Getty Square, didn't want to go home, down by the Riverfront Library where all the art galleries are. And we would just walk into the gallery, and like I told you, with that vision that I had of having a community of artists that work together, that do things together, that create together, we kind of just kept speaking that vision into these different art galleries. And we finally found someone, Haifa, in the Yonkers Public Library, who really supported us and like helped us bring that vision to life. So as long as you speak your visions and you speak them out loud, people will hear you. Trust and believe. Even with this podcast, like we've spoken ideas about having spaces to speak to Ray, who runs Yonkers Arts.
Amazing.
And he brought us Curvin. And honestly, we will try to clip a video of what this set looks like, because it looks absolutely amazing. And it's something that we never even thought could be possible for us. So honestly, we're very, very blessed. And yeah, just speak your dreams and honestly stick to them. That's what I got to say to you.
What would you guys say our short-term and long-term goals are for like just us rebranding ourselves and us actually like letting people know that this is where you need to find all our information. This is where you're gonna get the behind the scenes. This is where you're gonna get all the antics, all the rambunctious that goes behind just planning all these events. Like, what are we planning for the world?
What you got in mind? Project director.
Can't really say too much. I don't feel like we can, but definitely working on being more consistent. That's first things first. I feel like with what we were doing, it was kind of like, you know, we're throwing an event, and it takes a lot, but we're working on events back to back where it's like, you know, we could do this and people will come back and know that, okay, next week or in 2 weeks, you know, they'll be back again. But we're working on more consistency, and yeah, that's really it. I have some stuff in mind, but
you
can't
say. Give a little sneak peek.
Because I know what I got in mind.
Nah, facts. I'm gonna say mine.
You think so?
Yeah.
So we were thinking about the photo shoots.
Yes.
Spring themed photo shoot.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Tell us what's on your mind.
What you got? What does a spring theme photo shoot look like?
So
for
with
you?
Easter coming up, wanted to do some Easter things. So I mean that's really
like Jesus
no,
Easter or
no,
like Bunny
like,
Easter?
Bunny like
Oh, okay. I'm just asking.
Like pastel colors.
Word.
Like,
that's crazy. Nah, Jesus.
I mean,
drop
that's
an
what
egg?
Easter is.
like you want somebody
yeah,
to
like
dress up as a bunny.
spring Easter bunny.
Okay.
Not like
Pastel
religious.
colors.
Yeah,
Nah,
like
facts.
you know, yeah.
I'm here for that.
I'm cooking up. It's
I
gonna
like
be.
that.
We gonna get it together, and it's like a rough draft right now,
Where
but
to, of
you know
course.
how it is.
We all got
yeah.
this is the start.
What
like,
you got in mind? What you got in mind?
Me, well, I want us to do. I already stated that I wanted us to do something annually, something that we can always look forward to. Whether that's a boiler room party, either a gala or like an adult prom kind of thing. Like, so I definitely want us to get forward to just adding a stamp to us. Like,
Where to?
yeah.
That's dope. I mean, honestly, I think that's dope. We definitely need something annually because
Yeah.
we kind of had stuff that would kind of come up annually, but it wasn't like
Yeah.
intentionally planned.
More monthly.
Yeah, exactly. No, I enjoy. I think we definitely need. I think the most important thing is like having a space that we need because we're artists. Like it's very hard for us to find the art outside in our own communities, you know? We can't, like, it's very difficult to find events and things like that are happening. Of course, there's a lot of things going on, but that work with our time frame and everything like that. So we just want to create a space that people can consistently come to and know that we have open for them to be able to kind of create and cultivate and grow. And even here at the Yonkers Art Space, like we just found another, they're continually building new spaces and studios, and there's currently an art gym around the corner. Hopefully we took videos as well that we can
space.
hopefully overlay
Put in
over
the
this as
clip.
well. It's so beautiful over there. It's literally a cross between a gym and like creating any type of art that you can think of, mixed media, painting, drawing, anything that you could think of. It's gorgeous back here. So we just want to continue to create and change what it means to be in different spaces. Change what different spaces look like. They're not really one-sided spaces. They're multiple sided. You know, there's a lot of sides to these spaces that you can create and that cultivate for us. You know, so. It's exciting. I want to continue to do performing events where people can come and perform their own arts that they don't get to usually do on their own. Open mics I love because people can come through and show whatever talent they have going on, and that can be a space that they never got to showcase their talents before. We've had people come and do DJ sets or poetry, and it's beautiful to see how many people come out and showcase what they have going on in their own world, and the fact that they feel vulnerable enough to share with us is even more beautiful. So I'm very excited for that. And yeah, I mean, even workshops, like I really want to teach another sewing workshop, and other workshops, paper making we've done in the past as well.
Workshops.
Exactly, DJ workshops. We've done a lot of different workshops that we want to bring back to continue to teach people how to express themselves creatively in different ways in different mediums. So that's really on my bucket list for this year and the years coming. And also long term, because you asked long term as well, I do want to build more into like having a community garden or having different things that actually fund and feed the community as opposed to just events that happen. I want us to be able to learn and be able to cultivate for ourselves and create for ourselves and share that knowledge beyond what art is seen as, because cooking is also seen as an art as well, an art that you can engage all your five senses. So I really want us to break the barrier between what art looks like and how we express ourselves using art. So
because they got us paying for grapes, y'all.
Exactly, got us paying for grapes.
Apples?
That God gave us grapes. Yeah, so those are my at least short and long term goals.
I definitely, short term and long term, I definitely want everyone to walk through this creative process with us, and just for everyone to know that we're here for each other. Like, this is for the love of what we do together, and that's all creating art as artists. That's all just using our imagination to put it anywhere, if it's on a big screen, if it's on a canvas, if it's on a piece of paper and an instrument like a pen. This is for you to be spontaneous, and this is for everything that you love, because we're all here for the same things.
It's true. I mean,
I really said everything.
Yeah. But
just
like
for the love of art.
Yes, come on.
come through.
And art is an amazing bonding mechanism. I've seen like we're capable of like doing a lot more, and having the outlet to do so is amazing. So I'm really excited.
But
love that.
how do y'all like typically generate ideas to get you guys in that like, you know, creative little flow?
I go
bring
to a
them
lot of
life?
parties. So,
Word?
Okay.
yeah, I go to a lot of
What-
parties.
What inspires you at parties?
Just seeing people like just come to a space to have a good time. Like the idea of, oh, you're excited to go to somewhere, whether it be the club or like a concert, it's like so amazing. Like a lot of people just come to a space to just have a good time. You know, just the idea of like you someone cultivating that is really amazing to me. So like I go home and I'm like, damn, like this event planner did this, or like this event was really amazing, and I'm like, how can we implement that to Neo, and like, you know, how we could throw events and make it a lot better for people.
And y'all can catch Toyin at the party.
Nah, facts. Anywhere.
Catch Toyin at the Met Gala,
Met Gala is
Oscars party.
Fashion Week. Toyin is everywhere.
Yo.
If you're in New York City at any point during the day, you're guaranteed to see Toyin
Look
somewhere.
for this one. Like,
Guaranteed to see her somewhere. She has a hand in everything. It's
Nah,
actually
word.
But
And
yeah,
it's so
I really enjoyed like implementing, you know, having a good time, and then, you know, reflecting. I have a lot of amazing parties that I'm like, yeah, that inspired this piece, or like a poem that I wrote, or, you know, like just feel good, you know.
Words too. That's dope.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that says a lot about what art is too, because you get inspired by like environments as well as like people that are in environments. I love to see people outside. Like I love to see people doing them and like dressing up, however, showing their style, whatever that looks like. Like Henry is here, he's wearing a suit jacket with cargo pants and it's fly. Like it's the flyest thing I ever seen. Like if we can get a clip of Henry on this screen, I'm like, y'all have no idea.
Nah,
People are out here doing their own thing, enjoying themselves, being themselves, and I feel like that's the coolest thing. That's the most inspiring thing for me as well. So that's something
and
that's
it's a
beautiful.
form of expression as well. Like, you know, who cares? I'm just, you know, wearing a jacket that I really like, you know, like
Exactly.
I love it.
And it's
Who's gonna tell
fly.
me no?
Yeah,
Or two.
a creative environment, just not even a supportive environment, is just the best thing for everybody. Like, just being in a space where you share the same dreams, you have the same passion, and everybody could just come together and collaborate on one specific thing and make that thing vast. Like, make it so amazing, so livid, and just engaging and allowing the room to just be your own, like,
That's true.
special, unique dialogue. You guys speak to each other, like that fluent language.
Facts.
Like,
Nah, I mean, you know what's crazy is when I was doing a project for one of my art classes, and it actually said art is the physical manifestation of your inner world, your inner being. So I think that represents it so well, because if you look around us, you can see a lot of different art pieces, and you can only imagine what someone had to do to cultivate something like this. Like sometimes I look at art, I'm still learning how to draw and do these different things, and to look around and see how people create and how they bring something that they have in their mind to life is absolutely, it's like jaw dropping. Like I'm gagged every single time.
y'all should have seen us today when we walked into the art gym. Me and Dre couldn't breathe. And then Toya came in there, she was like, oh, this is nice. Toya was like, this is nice.
It's like, it's so overwhelming just like seeing like a lot of pieces.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, art is just so amazing, and like walking in, I was not expecting that at all. So I was like, wow.
The
Like,
art you wished you created is an artist's like biggest thing. That's like, why didn't I write this song? Why didn't I paint this piece? Why didn't I sew this outfit together? And it's just a good feeling to say like, nah, I'm really rocking with this. It's not like a bad, I feel like you can never offend an artist. Like, make a nasty face, that dude's singing. I throw my shoe at you, you taking that. Like, that's what it is. You feel me?
No, facts.
And like, collaboration enhances creativity.
No,
Like,
for sure. Oh,
and
yeah.
When you walk into that room, you can see everybody who has walked in there has put their palm of their hand in that.
Where to? It's true. I mean, that's the beauty of it. I feel like as like human beings, we're social creatures. Like we always do better in groups. So I feel like that's just the normal thing. Like I think something new right now is it's not new. It's fairly new in the grand scheme of how we are as human beings. Capitalist culture kind of separates us, if that makes sense. Like they kind of isolate us. Oh, you need an apartment to work here, and you need to work the entire day, and this is how it's gonna look. But in reality, there's so much creation and expression and cultivation that comes with that we don't really get to access within ourselves because we're so busy trying to make a living, trying to be able to buy food to eat, to be able to afford all these different things. And I think what's most important is our inner beings, because otherwise, and none of this is really significant. If you don't want to be here anymore, if you can't operate in this world, and you know, it makes no difference. So I think it's very important to cherish who you are and be who you are, because there's nothing else that can come from you if you cannot do that. You know, you're gonna live a life of unhappiness if you don't cultivate within yourself.
Your primary purpose is you.
Exactly.
And I also believe, like, you know, you're not on this earth for anybody else but yourself. So if you're not making yourself happy, you should not depend on somebody else making you happy. And like, you know, if art makes you happy, who's to say you shouldn't create art? You know,
Even if you don't know how to create, it doesn't mean that you're not destined to do it. It's just you need to learn. Like some people, they learn in different ways. Some people, they're not born with that skill, the gift, or whatever you want to call it. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not possible for you. I think people can learn how to sing. People can learn how to draw, paint. I taught myself how to sew. It took me 8 months to teach myself. I just sat with the sewing machine. But eventually I learned, you know, because I looked at resources, different things that I can find online, and taught myself and understood how I need to be taught, as opposed to what a school system would have taught me, you know? So just remember that it's not always your past experience. You have the power to create and build new experiences as every second of the day, you know? So, yeah.
How would you say we approach a downfall or approach a step back that battles within our creative pursuits?
That's a good, honestly, how do we, okay.
Because I feel like for us, we just be like, if this turns out low, we gonna do, the next thing is gotta be up. It's gonna be jumping, like, we're not even gonna tell nobody. Like, this is what's happening. But when it comes to that, dang, like, I don't think I'm really, like, capable of just going into this right now. My ideas is just, they're not feeling realistic to me. They're just a little too irrational, whether it would be legally for us, financially, it's just us being a non-for-profit. Like, how would we say, like, we combat those?
Honestly, off the top of my brain, I would say it's always been whatever we can do at the time. If that's how I've been approaching it. It's kind of trying to manage what I can do at the time, because it comes out of our own pockets. It is something that it's on a different type of increment, you know what I mean? We do it at different increments, but I think that as we get to that point, it's almost like we take a few steps forward and take a step back, but it's just a learning process. I never take it as, oh, this is an L, it's not gonna work, yada, yada, yada. I think whenever I fail, I like to imagine what I could have done better and then do it again, as opposed to thinking of what I could have did better and then just beating myself up about it. I like to think about what I can do better and then try again and try again and try again until I actually am able to do it, and then replicate that. And then I like to show other people how to do it so that we can always help each other out.
I feel like now for us throughout the years, we definitely found like a good way of just balancing creativity and the things that just are clear practicality. Like, we know who not to ask. Like, we know if we want to do this specific thing, we know who to go to, who not to go to, and what are our strong suits for each other.
Facts.
For a fact.
We may be a liability in the thing not go the way you need to go.
I was just gonna say, like, adding on to your point, Pheonix, being realistic is very essential. I remember we were trying to do the picnic. We were trying to do I think it was the barbecue or the picnic.
Yeah, the barbecue.
We had everything planned.
We planned it out.
But I was like, wait, we then need to get a permit. Like,
had everything, generators, coolers.
And
we had
like,
everything.
because we, first of all, it was like an idea like out of the blue, but also we were a baby at the time, so it was like it's really unrealistic to be like getting a permit the day before, so.
And right after COVID too.
Yeah. They was not doing it.
Yeah.
But being realistic with events and how to plan them out is very essential.
All right. All right, y'all. We better wrap up. So we're going to give just a little advice for our fellow creators just so we can connect with each other and just give you guys some advice on how we feel. So what kind of advice would you guys give to creators watching, just other creators that are just out there? What advice would you give them to start in their creative journey?
I would say don't be your worst critic. Like, I know it's easy to like criticize yourself or like what could have been, what should have been, or like could have, should have, would have. But you're on the right path. You're doing amazing, and just take it one step at a time, because overwhelming yourself is not gonna give you any creative flow, if that makes sense.
Thanks.
What about you?
First of all, that's amazing advice. Almost stole my answer, first of all. I would honestly say just keep trying. Even when you fail, take those feelings of failing and then try again. It's never, just because you failed once doesn't mean you're not built for it, you're not able to do it. A lot of the success that people see is built from consistency and trying over and over again to find out how it works for them. If it works for someone else a certain way, it may not work for you the same way. So just keep trying and do different things and allow yourself to be open to the possibilities and opportunities. After trying, if you feel like you don't like it after being able to get it, then then maybe it wasn't for you. But never give up on yourself. You can do anything that you set your mind to, and you can learn anything that you set your mind to. So that's what I got to say.
For me, I would say find comfort in uncomfortability, and always make insightful decisions about your creative process, and keep a good environment around you. That's just something I wish I had known as a starting creator, that my environment is everything. So, yeah.
I love that.
Yes, and we're out.
We just want to give one more shout out to Curvin, because he is the man. Yes, so thank you everybody for our first episode.
Like,
shout
share,
out to Curvin, shout out to
subscribe.
Yonkers Arts, your whole studios.
Yes.
Ray, everybody.
Yes.
And Matt.
Shout out to Matt who's not here. Y'all mean
Thank you, everyone.
Shout out to Matt. Please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you.